My balls are okay. My balls are okay. I wasn't very old when I understood how to taste the juice so bad, so good. The way that I was born, I heard the doctor say, this boy has disease, but his balls are okay. Sometimes it makes me so that I can run or walk, but when I'm with the ladies, I can talk the talk. I see that my levels right when I say I may be in the winter, but my balls are okay. My balls are okay. My balls are okay. No matter what you say, I know they're okay. My balls are okay. Young women, the doctor fix my body. They want to look exactly like Cola. I say, ladies, listen up and figure it out. Even though I'm in the wizard, I can really I'm ready to go to sex to me. Can't even perform sexually. Of course I can't give me a test. The night and sleep, you are the best. Come on, boys. Give me a B, give me all, give me S. Go balls.
I'm a sexy boy.
Go balls.
Yes, but your balls are okay.
My balls are okay. My balls are okay. No matter what you say, I know they're okay. My balls are okay.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Thursday night, April 5th. Oh, April 9th, sorry. Where are you tonight? Where are you on this? Watching the omerglitch, drawing friends show. All the ladies. We're going to make America great again with all these beautiful ladies and all these beautiful drawings, all these beautiful comic books. We're going to have a great guest tonight. He's not really a guest. He's just a pal. He's a buddy. He's a friend. We got tonight, I'm going to bring on Mr. Michael Ortiz. Michael Ortiz, the creator of Arachnid. He's a pal. He's a comrade. Well, a fellow patriot. Welcome to the show, Michael Ortiz. How are you today? Hope you're there. I figured I'd let you on while we stared at this beautiful girl's booty. This is the outro for the show, or like the intro for the show. Get the little trailer playing there at the end here. Stop sharing here, and it ends. What's up, Michael? Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, Omer? How are ya? Can you hear me?
Sure, coming in
Say it again.
crystal clear. You're coming in crystal clear, sir.
Oh,
Coming in beautiful, beautiful. Is that are we drawing Angela from Spawn / Marvel?
yeah, It's gonna be. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Looks great.
Oh, cool. What are you drawing?
I'm drawing some fan art for a comic book called Subscribe Hero, Draw Zombie from the
Oh, it looks pretty cool.
this character Easter, and this is Draw Zombie, his little caricature. And then I'm gonna draw Sedusa. I think that's her name, Sedusa. Let me see. I have his website here. Let me bring it up. Where is it?
Yeah, that guy looks cool though.
Yeah, it's this one here. Can you see it there on your screen? His website.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is his comic book, Subscribe Hero. It's subscribe-hero.com. I'll drop it in the chat here in a second. Yeah. So 100-page comic book, full color, for $20.
Wow. Subscribe
Yeah,
here.
that's
That's an unusual type.
Yeah, it has. So it has to do with. Excuse me. Easter, a boy conditioned to be a mindless schooler, escapes imprisonment on Mars and returns to Earth. Our story begins on Mars, where a couple of scavengers discover an infant amongst the debris. Overjoyed to see new life, they name him Easter. However, raising a baby is no easy task, especially on the hellish wastelands of Mars. Excuse me. Their goal is to survive, but the environment is the only thing trying to kill them. And then if you click on the book here, you get a little bit of a synopsis. It's not what I read here. Let me go to about. I think it's there. Yeah. So here's what the Subscribe Hero title comes from. The world's most wealthiest philanthropist sponsored the creation of Humanity, an international society science facility located on Mars. Humanity's breakthrough research has found a way to modify DNA to create an era of super beings. This has flipped the world powers and social structures on its head. Once people become stronger than any modern weaponry, a dozen of the most ruthless warlords almost doomed the planet's future until a band of vigilantes stifled their efforts, making the era of heroes. The social media app Hero was created to organize the vigilantes and combat the rampant villainy. Hero was regarded as so highly that the number of subscribers a hero has become a standard to measure their worth. Hero grew in popularity with each new generation. However, this has made it harder to stand out Unfortunately, the spirit of the app quickly became perverted by degenerates seeking attention and influence. They pushed the boundaries on what is acceptable and how they conduct themselves using the app. Those that could not keep up with the new meta, they're either quit or turn to crime.
Mm.
Yeah. And here we got some preview pages. Yeah, look at that.
Hey, that's work. Looks
Pretty,
cool.
it's pretty nice. He has a little bit of a cartoony style, but
Yeah,
it's still cool though. It's still really cool.
yeah, I agree. Looks cool.
It's you could tell that it has a manga influence, but like still American comics type. Does that make
Hmm.
sense?
It
Yeah.
does. Cool. Well, yeah, it looks like he's just got his own style.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a
You
you
can
could
tell
tell.
his influences.
Yeah, you could see a little bit of the manga influence because of the character designs. You know,
Mm.
they're real like out there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's cool. I like originality and
Yeah, it definitely makes it feel
Mhm.
original. I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, pretty dope stuff. And I like this. Like this page looks awesome, where he's like X-rayed and all the cells and shit and the
Oh
DNA.
yeah,
Pretty dope. Good coloring. He did a good
yeah,
job coloring. Yeah. So he does
yeah.
everything himself, you know. I like this chick. You can see like her insides. You can see all up in her guts and shit.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Tim Vigil used to do work like that on his books in Faust.
Oh yeah, yeah. But those people were getting ripped apart.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I have the omnibus, man. I wish I could show it, but it can't because unless I make the stream 18 and up because all the nudity.
Oh,
So this is Easter right here. It says, born and raised on Mars, his body parts are replaced with mechanical limbs that excelled at speed and reflexes. Easter manages to escape Mars, only to crash into an alien spaceship where an alien entity fused his DNA, transforming him into a monster. Easter now resides on Earth, where he tries to integrate into a superhero society.
very cool.
Now here's Sedusa, big booby snake Sedusa. A hero with 250,000 subscribers, her gaze can paralyze anyone she sees, and she doesn't even have to make eye contact. She will do anything to gain more subscribers, even if it means killing the competition. But she can't get her hands dirty. Having connections to the villain network, she sets out to Mars to develop a weapon that can eliminate the strongest heroes. Yeah, that's who I'm sketching out right now. All right,
Oh, wow. Dang. Man, that's pretty cool.
let me stop sharing. Let me drop the link to that in the chat. So, did you get a link tonight? After this show, we're doing a round
Huh?
of. Did you get a link to later tonight? This round we're doing Thursday nights now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. On Don's show?
yeah, on Don's show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tonight at 9. Yeah.
yeah. Hi, Carrie. Good to see you. Eric, good to see you as well. The streaming again is good. Thank you, Eric. You're too kind, sir. Uh, Eric says hello, Michael Ortiz. Carrie says hello to us as well.
Hello. Hello, Eric.
And don't forget, Carrie said hi.
Harry?
Yeah, Carrie. She's a big fan of ours.
All right. Very cool.
Let me pin Shadowhawk's GoFundMe in the chat until we get perhaps a super chat. And let me drop Dawn's GoFundMe as well in the chat.
Are you doing an auction today or something?
No. I'm done with auctions, man. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of stress to do the
Yeah.
art auctions and all that, and I get a lot of questions, and I'm not like I said, like I'm not in charge. You know, I'm only in charge of the stuff I sold, really. I'm in
Right.
charge of like running the streams, but people have to, contact the
Yeah.
people you bought stuff from, But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am passing the messages along.
Right.
So, but it's fun. It takes a lot of organization, and I was just trying to start it at rolling for them.
Yeah.
That was my
No.
main goal.
Yeah. He took initiative and stepped in and tried to make it happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me bring these up real quick. I'll bring you guys up. Just said hello earlier. This was Eric's comment earlier. Thank you, Eric. You're always a beautiful soul out there in the chat. Again, Carrie saying hello. Here's Subscribe Heroes link. Check that out if you get a chance. Here's Shadowhawk's GoFundMe. I pinned it in the chat. Here we go. Here's Don's GoFundMe. That's in the chat as well. Eric says, hello, Carrie, lovely lady. Right. Eric also says, has Art of Roy ever worked for any big comic publishers? Not that I know of, Eric, but I know he's done trading cards for Topps, Upper Deck, and I forget the other one. But yeah, he does hand-drawn chase cards for those people. But he got that gig because he's related to somebody who works there, or he's got a connection somehow. It's those all the trading card gigs. They're all who you know. Like they almost never hire somebody like off the street unless it's a big artist.
Are you serious or are you kidding?
No, I'm pretty serious. Yeah, everyone that I've heard like in the trading card business doing the hand drawn chase cards, it's because they know somebody who works there, and they're like, "Oh, I got a friend who draws," you know, or they have a big name artist that they have to pay a lot of money to. Every once in a while, they'll like splurge for one card, and pay like $1,000 or something to like Jim Lee or
No, I see.
kind of like that. They do that every once in a while, but usually, I mean, they want good artists, right? So like they try to find good people, but it's usually there's a connection. They always have a hookup. What's up,
Right.
Charlie? Good to see you. Draw Zombie says, shout out. Yep, I showed your website. I showed your comic. I'm drawing your characters here. Almost done. Almost done with Sedusa. She's up next.
That
Oh,
was a
I was
cool move.
yeah, it is a cool name. I was asking earlier, but you weren't around. Draw Zombie. What do you think so far? You like it? Is it okay? And tried my best. Tried my best. It's just fan art. And have you had any other fan art for the character? Or am I the first? I highly doubt I'm the first. I'm sure you've been working on your book for a long time. I'm sure you got fans out there. Let's see. Eric says the reason I ask is because he's always tells Aaron Lopresti how to draw and or color. Yeah, you would think Art of Roy had a 20-year career in comic books. No, not the case, as far as I know. Let's see. Every business, even games. Every business, even games. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, Saboteur. Yeah, the connections. Looking forward to seeing the Beast. The Beast. Roy's art is good. Don't get me wrong, but I would never try to tell a pro how to work. Yeah, right. Hell yeah, says Draw Zombie. Looking badass. You are the first. All right, cool. It's nice to hear too, but it's still cool. Only sad because you have great character and you deserve more fans and more notoriety and monies, right?
Yep.
Get them all the monies, people. Send them all and buy his comic book. Great colors, by the way, on the comic Draw Zombie. And I really love those like X-ray scenes where you can see into the guts. I like that chick who has a X-ray body. You can see all her guts up in there. Yeah. Only her hoo-ha's covered and her boobers. But those are the parts that we want to see. Why'd you cover those? Just kidding. Let's see. I sent the link.
Did your sound go out, or did you?
Oh, let me jump over to my other. I don't know if my sound's not coming in. Let me jump over to my other camera and
Yeah,
sound.
cool.
Apparently, it sucks.
I can hear you now. Well, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's because I'm on Bluetooth and things interfere with it. And I'll switch over to this other camera. Give me 1 second. Here. Oh, you know what? Can I do it? No, because I can switch it here, but it doesn't pull the sound. Let me see. I guess not. So, is there any particular thing this is for? This Angela you're working on?
Um, Not really. It was my my granddaughter likes Angela and wanted me to draw her a picture of Angela. So I thought I would do it. I'm actually I've been working on this piece for Arachnus. You know, doing some of the details and giving him a background. Working out where I'm putting his legs. I'm gonna have him like sitting on a bunch of skulls and shit. You know, like already victims, I guess, or past victims. I don't know. But I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna put this on 11 by 17, and then I'm gonna
Nice.
put a title over it. But yeah, I think it's coming out cool.
Yeah, it looks great. Looks really good.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely screwing up this Angela piece. So
You screw up anything? I don't think possible. I don't think so, sir.
yeah, I didn't give her enough curvature. She's too stiff. Yeah, that bothers me. She needs bigger hips. She just
Yeah.
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 So I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Well, flip it over and just start drawing again.
I'm gonna work on this piece for a minute.
All right, can you hear me now? Is this better?
I hear you. I hear you good.
All right, let me turn this thing off over here. What? I don't know if I can turn it off. Should I turn it? All right, let me. So that's in the backstage. Okay. All right, cool. We could do this. Do this. Let's see. We got. When you are done, I will buy that. Says Draw Zombie. All right, buddy. Yeah, I'll scan it now. I'm happy to send you the high res scans and all that for sure. Um, let's see. I'm just waiting for my bags and boards, then I can start shipping. Oh, awesome! Yeah, yeah, very cool. Let's see. Art's looking good, fellers. Says Eric. Saboteur says that's my bad mic quality. You sound distant. Are you in the bathroom? Like now it sounds bad, or now it sounds like I'm in the bathroom, or before?
Oh, I don't think so. You sound clearer now.
Yeah, everything should sound better now.
Yeah.
So you got the echo cancellation, noise suppression, high audio resolution, and the audio gain. Let's see. Apex says, "Hail Arachnus Ortiz, Omer, draw zombie." What's
Cool.
up, Apex? Good to see you, sir. We're out here doing the thing, chicken wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having fun. I'm gonna put a little music in the background. Let me know if it's too distracting. If it is, I'll turn it off. Eric says you still sound gay, Omer. That's funny, Eric. Oh, Eric, he's our little charming angel.
Oh.
Let's see. He just brings a sweetness to the streams, you know. It's funny though. So
You
how's your week
sound.
been, Mike? You doing all right? How's the week going for you?
It's been it's been good as usual here in sunny South Florida,
Nice.
and you know, just hanging out with the kids and the family and drawing all the time, every day. Working on
Any day,
every day.
making that comic book happen, huh? Any
Trying,
commission work? Any commission
huh?
work? Any commission work coming in? Anything?
As a matter of fact, I went to go see do a bid on a buddy of mine. A buddy of mine, I haven't talked to him. I did a car for him years ago. It was a lowrider, and I painted Shrek and characters from the Shrek movie
Yeah.
all over a lowrider, right? And then we were
Mhm.
gonna like do a gold yellow candy over the top of it,
Mhm.
and I went crazy on it for him, and because he had this plan to um that Disney was going to promote it and at a car show out in the Disney parking lot, right? And they
Mhm.
were going to do this whole promotion on this car, and we worked on it forever, and it was a lot of pressure, I think, on my part because I was making the whole thing up as I went while
Mhm.
I was doing it, and it was just um, a lot of detail. But anyway, that was 18 years ago, right?
Oh wow. Uh huh.
And
I'll get you in a second, chat. Go ahead.
and George and I, the guy who owned the car, we stayed in touch all these past years, but he was crazy at the time, and he had he had some women issues, so it was something, it was
Right.
one thing or another, and we never did get that car finished. It actually, his ex-wife actually stole it from him,
Oh wow.
but yeah, and we thought the car was gone, and then. And then he just made contact with me a couple of weeks ago, and it turned out that this past 5 years he's been battling cancer,
Oh man.
and yeah, and he went through chemo and everything. And now he's recovered, and he got the car back, that car, but
Oh
now the
wow.
car belongs to his daughter. So his daughter wanted me to come over there because she wants me to repaint the car. It's a lowrider, so she wants to do this whole Aztec theme on it
Mhm.
and just paint over everything that I did 20 years ago. And we
Yeah.
talked about it, and they're very gracious, and it was a good day today, just I was glad that he was alive, and I met his kids, and I hadn't seen his kids since they were little. So
Yeah.
it was a good day.
Yeah.
And so I might do that car, his daughter wants to throw money at me. He paid me good when he was doing it, but she's like, "I'll pay you everything. I'll pay you this, and I don't want you to pay for nothing. You need a new airbrush. You need it. Whatever you need, I'll take care of everything." So
Mhm.
yeah, they're very gracious people, and so it's gonna take a little while, like a couple of months, for it to get set up, but I might end up doing that car.
Sweet.
And
Very cool.
Yeah. And then another buddy of mine asked me to come by and take a look at a motorcycle he wants me to paint. So
Hmm.
I don't know.
You might get back into
These
the airbrush
airbrush.
game.
Well, they're always these jobs always come because people like good airbrush work, and I like to do good airbrush work. It's just
Hmm.
uh
But
now
you
I'm
haven't
used
done it
to.
in a while, right? You haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, well, it's like riding a bike for me. Once
Yeah,
you.
no, I'm not saying that's not something you can't do. I'm just saying like you haven't done it in a while, just
Yeah,
because.
and
Yeah.
my hand. And the reason I stopped in the first place is because my right hand is numb. Like I can't
Hmm.
feel it. So the airbrush kept falling out of my fingers, and I wouldn't know, which is
Hmm.
weird. It's like it
Yeah.
just like your airbrush falls, and like what the fuck. And anyway, that was problematic too because they're sensitive tools. So one little tiny drop, and the needle's destroyed, and takes a lot to replace it sometimes. Or
Yeah.
I've had my airbrushes literally bend right where the threads are to the connections,
Yeah.
and become useless just by dropping it, like just like a tiny drop, and it was
Right.
enough to destroy the airbrush.
That's crazy.
Like a
Yeah.
short drop, like say from a foot, which is
Hmm.
still
Yeah.
you know pretty high. But anyway, but yeah, uh,
That's awesome. Yeah.
airbrush is
Okay.
in my heart. I always love doing it, but I don't do it for as a profession any longer. Right
Right.
now, I just I got into doing. I started airbrushing on canvas, just personal stuff like uh, an arachnid piece. But yeah, it's a lot easier to use the paintbrush. So I've been doing a lot of painting with paintbrush.
That's awesome, dude. Very
Yeah.
cool. Let's see. Real quick, Eric says I'm going to film a couple more unboxing videos. Please check out my channel so you can catch them. Please, there's a link. Please go check out Eric and Boyd's YouTube channel. He's a good guy. And
Cool. What's it called?
Eric and Boyd uh,
Right.
Creations is his YouTube channel altogether.
Oh, right on.
Eric and Boyd Creations.
Yeah. Yeah. John Apple turned me on to a guy, Joshua Tyson. Let's see.
What's up, Sheldon
Um,
Martin? Good to see you. He says the drawings are looking good, guys. Thank you, Sheldon. You're too kind, sir. Eric
yes,
says,
thank you.
thanks for letting me joke around, Omer, at your expense anytime, Eric. Love you, buddy. I know you're playing. Eric says, Sheldon says hi to Eric. Apex says hi to Sheldon. Apex says women issues. We get it. Yeah. Sheldon says, hey, dude, to Apex. Apex says, daughter will throw money at Michael like a stripper. Oh, shoot. No, not like a stripper. He knew her when she was a kid. He's probably weirded out by the idea. Unless she's hot. Is she hot? Maybe not too weirded out. She's an adult now, so it's okay, right? Right, Michael?
Yeah, well, I don't know. 18 is an adult, but for me,
Oh
an
God.
18
Oh
is
God. She's
still a
barely that
child.
age. Yeah, no. Yeah. At least in the 20s, mid 20s, right? Something like that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer, I don't know. I need, it's hard, I guess, but I get along with pretty much anybody, but I feel comfortable maybe a woman in her 40s, mid 40s would be good, 50s even, as long as she's,
So I'm
as
in
long as
my 40s.
good personality. Hey, huh?
I was gonna say I'm in my 40s, and I think the youngest I would consider dating a woman is like 26. I think that's
Oh,
really
the
weird,
young.
but that'd be the youngest, and I'd prefer somewhere between like 30 to like maybe 38. But I'd date up to my own age too, so
Mm.
it's a lot of work when they're younger, especially if they're under 30. Even at 30, it's still a lot of work. But at 30, you could still put a couple babies in them. But at the younger age, they're just it's a lot of running around. Too much running around, and too much teaching and fixing.
Well, yeah. At this point in my life, I'm not interested in dating
Any of
girls.
it? Yeah,
Yeah, I'm done.
yeah,
I mean, I'm done with it for a while. I need to get my shit together first
yeah.
at my
I'm kind of
age.
with you there. Roman
So,
says, "I don't get them, Apex. I'm only picking up Amazing Spider-Man and Mortal Thor currently. Michael, you should try the Frazetta approach and train your other hand to draw. He has Apex. He's done it before. Yeah, you're drawing with
yeah,
your left hand, right? You told me a
yeah,
story the other day
yeah,
about
yeah.
practicing. Yeah.
Or doing like what's his name? Fucking Kopinski. He draws with two hands at the same time.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
does his shit. Carl
See,
Kopinski.
Mortal Thor has my attention, but see, Omer says Omer has a thing for Lizzo, Jizzo for Lizzo. Yeah, let's not make that a thing, Eric. and I and I don't. That's a grenade there. Even with her body fix and all the money she's thrown at it, she looks better now. But you know, um, yeah. Let's see. Is that Mortal Thor? Are you getting into the Hulk? Because I know what's his name, Kevin Klein? No, Kevin, or is it Klink? I think he's draws the Hulk and it looks awesome.
Who?
I think that's his name, Klein. Let me see if I can find him on the internet here real quick. Apex says I heard Infernal Hulk was good. Omen, yeah. Apex says Arachnus looks badass.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he is the creator of Arachnus, so I don't think he draw him badly at all. Let's see, is Kevin Klein? Kevin Klein? No, wait, that's the actor. Let's see.
Kevin Kline, he's a comedian actor, unless it's somebody else you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Immortal Hulk artist. Artist. It's something Klein. I can't remember his name right now. Is it Immortal Hulk? Let me see. I know I follow him on Instagram, but I can't. Mm. Oh, there's his art. Well, that's Joe Bennett. No, let's see. Hulk right now. Is it Nick Klein? I think that's his name. Nick Klein. Sorry. Let me find him. Let me find Nick Klein. It just hit me right now. Did somebody write in? Yeah, Nick Klein. Nick. Come on now. Nick. Check this out, Mike. This is the guy who's currently drawing the Hulk. He's fucking bad, dude. Let me pull it up here. Yeah, Nick Klein. Yeah, you got it there, Apex. Oh, we got somebody in the back who. Oh, that's me. That's me sharing. Let's see. You sit on the throne of lies, Omer. Damn it, Eric. Yeah, Nick Klein. Thank you, Eric. Kevin Klein is an actor. Yeah, yeah. Look at Apex. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Infernal Hulk is drawn by Nick Klein. Yeah, Nick Klein is married to what? No. Oh, Kevin Klein. Yeah, Kevin Klein's married to Phoebe Cates. Yeah, Phoebe Cates. Yeah. So this is Nick Klein here. Yeah, check this stuff out, man. It's can I make it bigger? Let's see. Check this stuff out. Can you? Oh look. Share this tab. Can you see that?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. He knows his light
Okay.
and shadow. It makes his characters look solid. Yeah, I love
Sorry.
artists like that. Yeah, he's really
Sorry,
good.
I accidentally hit the close the button there.
Yeah,
Yeah, but his
yeah,
inking is just phenomenal. He's a great inker,
yeah,
over his own work. I think
yeah.
he colors some of it sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, him and uh Del Keon, uh, they just have a really good sense of light and shadow when it comes to how they, you know.
Yeah, he's got that double rendering thing like Keanu, doesn't he?
Hmm. Well, his inking style is different from Keon, but I'm just mean they both have a master of light and shadow.
Yeah.
You know? The way they're able to use their cross hatching to establish that
Yeah.
in their ink work. Yeah, it's nice and clean and solid. It looks like a solid character, like it's there and you
Massive.
pick them up. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice work. Yeah, he's definitely probably the best Hulk artist I've seen in a long time.
In a while, yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's kind of like the way I wanted to draw the Hulk, like just massive and solid.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm getting into now. I'm drawing characters that I've never drawn before and always talked about them. That's why,
Hmm.
I said, yeah, I'll draw you an Angela, or, I'm working on Supergirl and I'm doing like some of the Witchblade. Uh, I did a Witchblade one and a Vampirella. That one that I sold was the first one I've ever drawn of Vampirella.
Yeah.
I've always seen her and I've seen all these artists do her justice, and there, a lot of beautiful work out here. But I never tried it myself. But I remember that I was on Don's show, and I was just like, you know what? Why not? Why the heck not? And it was
Yeah.
fun. I like her. I like that. I wanted to paint it though, and that's how
Hmm.
I feel about these. I get them all the way to like pencil them, and then I want to ink them, and
Hmm.
then I want to paint them or color them even,
Yeah.
until they're done, and then I want to airbrush them, and then I want them to.
Bring him all the way full to life, huh?
Yeah. And then I want to sculpt it after I'm done.
Yeah.
Sculpt it in clay, 3 dimensions. Yeah.
He's a madman, people. He's a madman. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. It is what it is. See how far I get, because I got a lot of pieces that I started, but I have 1,000 pieces that are still in, like they're still being done. Like they're
Hmm. Yeah, they're incomplete.
no, they're not finished.
Yeah.
There's a difference. It's not that they're incomplete. It's just they're not finished.
Right, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah.
Hmm.
Unfinished.
But
Unfinished.
they are incomplete. I mean, you can look at it that way. It's perspective, of course. That's truthful. But I prefer to think of them as just work in progress, still being worked on. I'm still
Yeah.
doing it. I'm just not done yet.
Right.
You
I hear
know,
ya. I hear ya.
well, I wish a lot, like my family, they don't hear me. I say that all the time. They keep, they're like, why'd you keep redoing it over? What it looked good before. Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of that. It drove a lot of my family and friends crazy around me because they would watch me work. So from early on, I was always accused of being a maniac or uh, I don't know, retarded. I don't. No, I don't mean to use that word. I shouldn't say that, but uh, mentally challenged.
Yeah, you could use that word here. We don't care. I don't care. I
Well,
say it
that's
all
the
the
way it
time.
was. It felt like that's
Yeah.
the way they thought of me as being retarded because I kept redoing work that I did. But you know, can't help it sometimes.
Yeah. It
Oh,
is what it is.
but I'm gonna be on this. Or I was just asked to be on the show by damn it, uh, Joshua Tyson. He's got a
Joshua
show.
Tyson. Uh huh.
Yeah, and he just asked me if I would mind being on his show, interview, like an interview.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Um, John Apple set it up. It's one of his friends.
Cool.
But yeah, come to think of it, it was because of John that I ended up on Don's show in the first place
Right.
and got to meet you, Omar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I miss seeing John around, man. I wish he'd come back and make
Yeah,
all the monies.
yeah. Uh, he said he would. I guess he just, I talked to him a couple of times uh, in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Just talking,
You
and
just
then
need some time to sort some crap out, and he
yeah,
said he'll be
yeah,
back.
yeah. I'm trying to encourage him, uh, and and it's about uh, doing artwork and um, like putting it out there,
Hmm.
and so I have a few ideas. I don't know if it'll work out, um, but yeah, I'd like to get you guys, all of you, working on these, a different project that we can all collaborate uh, together. Like everybody do their part. I was thinking because he's got this idea to do this character and maybe include Arachnus in the story, but um, I have no idea how that would work out unless you know they just want to do an Arachnus story and they draw it, write it, and whatever, or I publish it because I got a publishing company I want to publish. Why would I, you know?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
hear you. I know what you're
So
saying.
work those things out with them, no problem. But I was thinking, everybody do like have a part in the production of this book, and Don included, and get people paid, get them some money on it.
Yeah,
Uh, and I would like personally, I don't know if it's presumptuous or offensive. It's just that I got like these specific ideas on storytelling, I guess, and laying out a page, and
hmm,
including perspective and anatomy and dynamics and composition, and you know, not to say that none of you guys know what that's about at all. That's the problem. But if I can do the layouts, and then somebody else could do the finished pencils, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I
I
hear
don't
you.
want to do it completely, but I like to lay everything out and put all the characters in there. But
Right.
like
Yeah, I
just
get you. I get you.
marshmallow, just a silhouette, like that way. Um, we can add some oomph into it, and I don't know. It's just
I hear you.
when I
I
think
hear you.
about Arrakis telling a story, I got all these ideas already, and you know, and I only got an image that he gave me to look at about a female. kind of version of Arachnus.
Mm-hmm.
Right off in my mind, I'm thinking her as a monster, but kind of like subspecies. Did you ever
Right.
remember that movie?
Yeah.
Or Species? I think it was Species.
Right.
Yeah, that alien, that wicked alien chick
Yeah.
looking for love in all the wrong places.
Right.
But and when it comes to spiders and mating, it's wicked. It's like a wicked dance that between the male and the female spider, where at the end the female spider devours the male, the little male guy. You
Right.
know, that's natural dynamics. It's not for all species, and or all species of spiders do that. There's only, I was surprised by that, but not all species. The black widow for sure, and garden spiders and tarantulas sometimes. But
What about the brown recluse? Does that one eat its
yeah,
mate?
yeah, I think the female is definitely way bigger than the male. The brown recluse male is smaller by comparison. Uh, I'm not sure. I have to look that up, but and I've seen the giant brown recluses, but they're not
Yeah.
that much bigger than maybe a wolf spider. But then I've
Mm.
seen the giant wolf spider, and a giant wolf spider can look as big as a tarantula. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And then there's like I don't know a couple of thousand different species of spiders and kinds. I did a lot of research on the way spiders move, the way their legs look, and because I wanted to adapt that to Arachnus and his movement. I wanted to look like the spider legs were actually doing something that made sense, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been working on it. And in the new stuff that I'm gonna draw, the new pages, I do that in a lot of different scenes where uh, his silhouette looks like a spider in the hallway, or a spider inside of a funnel web, but it's
Yeah.
him. It's just he looks like a spider, I guess. I don't know. That kind of
Right.
aesthetic I want to create for this character, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
then
hear you.
there's lots of spiders all over. There's spiders in his web, spiders on his body, just all the time. Spiders everywhere because uh, it's like a giant spider's nest. That's what this character is. A giant spider's nest
Right.
where it houses countless spiders at quantifiable levels. That means tiny, microscopic, quantum size spiders into this massive being that's human inside of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's human, you know,
Right.
and like an AI or like a computer or a robot. Uh, that's what Arachnus is like, and then it devours a human, for the first time, and uh, and now it's like awakened and capable of knowing the word, right? The word.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about that?
Yeah. Hey, give me
Yeah.
1 second. Let me read the chat and catch up with him real quick here. Apex says Nick Klein started on Winter Soldier 12 years ago. What's up, budget? Good to see you here.
Oh,
Let's
that's
see.
pretty kind.
PB Cates, although is Fast Times, I always gravitated to the shy and nerd vibes of Jennifer Jason Lee. Yeah, she's
Mm.
pretty hot too. Um,
Mhm.
Here it
Well, I
says
don't know. Have you seen recent photos of her?
Jennifer Jason Lee and Phoebe
Yeah.
Cates.
No,
Yeah,
Jennifer.
they're
PB
not great.
Cates. Yeah, I haven't seen PB Cates recently, but
Yeah,
but
I'll bring up
Jennifer, I don't know. They must have got her on an off day, but she was hurting.
pretty rough. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
pretty.
you can't beat age, right? Like age, age gets us all eventually. Unless you're Selma
Age?
Hayek, she's like 51, right? age. Yeah,
Yeah,
like getting
yeah.
older.
Well, she probably didn't indulge in baby blood or something, but
Yeah.
you
Let's
know,
see. Eric says she was cute as well. Budget. Alas, once again, I've got to go. Everyone, take care. Later, Eric. Have a good one. Denver, Jason Lee always had low key, sexy vibes in her day. Yeah.
yeah.
You should
I
try
wouldn't say they were
painting.
low. Yeah, I thought they were pretty sexy all the time.
Right, right. You should try
Mhm.
painting a remark on an Arachnus comic, kind of like David Finch and Chris Stevens do. It would be cool to see how you do it. You know what a remark is,
Yeah.
Mike?
No. Is this
That's where
something specific?
it's where you take a comic and you get like the paint pens and you like paint like the head or like a little sketch on the cover. Usually it's a little head
Oh,
sketch.
yeah. That's what that's
Yeah,
called. I've seen
yeah,
them.
they're called remarks. Yeah,
Oh, right on. That's
and
cool.
it's usually not like a sketch cover comic. It's like a regular comic, and
Yeah.
they draw literally
Cause
on it.
I saw it on TikTok at a convention. This guy was signing, and each of the, I think it was Artworm or somebody like Art Germ.
Oh yeah,
It
Art
might have
Germ
been like
Stanley.
him.
Yeah, I know.
And
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
he had drawings that paintings or,
Stanley Lau or whatever his
and
name
then
is.
he would draw like like with a paint pen something over the top of, and I've seen another one who did that with a Wonder Woman cover. Um,
Hmm.
I've just seen people do that. I didn't know it was called a remark, but I've seen it. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool. Well, I wouldn't mind doing stuff like that, except I can guarantee I'll fuck it up each and every single time. Scribble
yeah,
on something.
yeah.
But
Uh,
anyway, we'll see what happens.
yeah, Omen, nothing's really going on with John. He just has to. I think he's trying to get a second job to. He needs to make a little more money to take care of some stuff. That's all. So he doesn't have a whole lot of time to be streaming right now. It's
Mm. Are you talking
basically,
about John Apple?
yeah, John Apple. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, basically. He's
Well,
got some stuff he's got to take care of that. Uh, it's
yeah,
not for the public. It's his own private stuff, whatever.
right
Let's see.
on.
Natasha Henstridge was smoking in Species. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You go.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
pretty. She
yeah.
was.
And she was naked. She was naked in all three of them, or the first two, because I know there's like four or five, and I know she's in the first two for sure. But yeah, man, they show everything. She showed everything, and she was smoking. Yeah, she's great looking. Let's see.
Mm.
Apple is working steadily on a comic project. He's also working on that, yeah, too.
Yep,
Yeah,
Suicide Run.
yeah.
Suicide Run.
Apex says, "Does anyone remember Spider's video game in the early '80s?" Nope, I don't know.
What was
Uh,
that?
yeah, I don't know. I don't Spiders in early '80s video game. I don't remember.
Never. I don't recall.
Sheldon says, "I've seen some people do rework in pencil too." Wow. So basically anything you can add. I think
You're not supposed
remark.
to yawn when you say something. What did you? What
I'm
did you
sorry.
say?
Hold on. Sheldon says, "I've seen some people do remarks in pencil too. So basically anything you add, I think remark translates to note."
Right. Right.
Yeah, but a lot of people are using the paint pens because they want to do real nice ones. But yeah, basically you could a ballpoint pen or whatever.
Yeah.
The
Very
nicer
cool.
ones are done with the paint pens for sure. Like the one Stanley Lau, aka Artworm, or yeah, or Art Germ, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Art
think his
German.
last name. I think his last name's Lau, Stanley Lau. I think that's his real name.
Yeah. Yeah. Think so.
What's going on, Motoya? Good to see you, buddy. And we have an MB Comics. Good to see you. How's it going? Hello. Good to see you. Thanks for swinging by. Just hanging out, John. Making making arte. Talking about comic books and drawing and art. See, Sheldon says, "Hey, Mike. When Michael Turner talked to you, did he want to take your work to Silvestri, or was it just a quick show mark your show marker stuff?
No, he never. He didn't express any of that. Mostly it was just like we would run into each other at the Comic Cons, which I frequented often. You know, like a bunch of them, and I'd see him there, and each time I ran into him, he always complimented me on my work, saying that he really liked the stuff I was doing, and I, really super nice guy. We talk about comics and stuff, but it was only at Comic Cons, and it was mostly just passing by, or passing each other, and we stop and talk for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that was about it. And then, I started hanging out with a couple of guys that work at Extreme, I think, or they lived in the same apartment complex I lived in Culver City, and so we were like, I don't know, not directly meeting, but in touch with other people that are around each other, kind of stuff. But that's the way it was with. Uh, I got to, I got to hang out and talk with Todd McFarlane, at the Comic Cons, because when you go to the Comic Cons, like we went to the New York Con, the WonderCon, the San Diego Comic Con, a con in Phoenix. I mean, these were a lot of fun, like big ones, especially the one in New York. That was a lot of fun that first time we went. And this was like 95, 96, 97 in that era. And it was, there was a lot going on back then, and it was just good memories, good times. And, you know, and it was a long time ago, too.
Back when the world
90s.
was smaller. Back when the world was
Yeah,
smaller.
big, different.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. I like the
Bigger and
80s
smaller at the same time.
particularly, but yeah, I thought the 80s was a blast. For
Yeah.
me, it was. I just, I was a teenager in the 80s, and good
Yeah.
times. Good times.
Good times.
No internet, no fucking cell phones. It was just a different universe. I hear a lot of Gen Xers talk about it, drinking water out of the hose outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
It was probably poison then, but we didn't know it though.
Let's see here. Let me see what we got here in the chat. We got somebody had a question or a comment. Where was I? Real quick, Carrie wants to say, I just watched a chick saying Americans celebrate mayonnaise and they call it Cinco de Mayo. Yeah,
uh,
yeah, highly likely. We celebrate lots of things over here. Any occasion to make people go buy shit. It's all a marketing, celebration in that way to create consumerism. Let's see. Apex says spiders played like Space Invaders, but it takes place in New Mexico desert. Spiders invasion on planet Earth. Oh, I don't remember that at all. Apex. That sounds
I
like
I
something I would
kind
have.
of I kind of do.
You kind of
It
remember
was
it?
like these little weird, like blocky, pixelated spiders that had like a body and then legs that went up and down, and they sort of moved like Space Invaders.
Oh, did it have a trackball that you played with the ball? Like you spun the ball?
Yeah,
Kind of like
maybe. I
kind of
don't
like
know. I'm
y-
thinking it's an Atari game, like from a long
yeah.
time ago. Something in that era of Space Invaders, but I'm not sure. It just
Yeah,
got
I'm
these
looking it up right now. It's
pixelated spiders in my
can't be
brain.
hard to find. Let's see, what's the game I'm thinking of with the trackball? I should call it arcade game, right? Because it was an arcade.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
really
Yeah, it has to be some kind of console. I don't know, what you're thinking, but it's definitely some kind of console. I thought maybe you were thinking of a game console that had a tracking ball as part of the.
Well, the one that had the tracking ball, I found something. The one that had the trackball, because there was I want not Galaga, but was it Galaxia that had the little spinny knob? That one had a spinny knob, and you'd go in a circle, right? Like through the, and it
Yeah,
was.
uh, yeah, I
Is,
know what you're talking about. I can't remember,
let's see,
but yeah,
orange.
kind of like Centipede, right?
Oh, that's the game I'm thinking of. Centipede. That's the one that has the trackball. Centipede. Yep,
Mm.
you got it right there. Centipede. Yep.
Mm.
And I was thinking that as spiders. Centipede. Video game.
Mm.
And what's the other one that Defender Joust. Those were great.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite games. Stargate Defender.
Yeah, Stargate Defender. Yeah, Galaga. Oh, what's the name of this one? Tron. I don't think I ever played Tron too much at the arcade.
Yeah, I liked it. That's a nostalgic game.
What's the name of the game that? Oh man, I can't find it here. I'll get back to you in a second, chat. The chat's probably already answered me. Let me see here.
Mm.
Let me come over here. Let's see what's going on, Will Studio. Good to see you. Let's see. Carrie says Apex nearly fell off my seat laughing. Made me think of Rex, and I bet he loves the idea. Water had minerals back in the day. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
Let's see. Wasn't Spider Fighter? Wasn't it Spider Fighter Apex? Excuse me. Will says, "What's happening, big dog? I'm drinking right now, or I'd be there drawing with you. All right, enjoy your drink, sir. Your drink on." Apex says, "No, oh man, I remembered it was Spiders, a console video game in an arcade." Everybody's saying hello to Will. Will saying hello to everybody. Carrie says, "Hey, Homer, did you know ants have sex in the air? The females have wings, which are shed once they're babies. There. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I guess they got the Mile High Club, huh? I've never had the opportunity for Mile High Club, but I would do it. What's up, K-pop? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now, let me share the arcades. These are the ones I found. Let's see. Here's the Spiders arcade game. Is this the one you're talking about, Apex? So there's the Spiders arcade game. Michael, you recognize this one?
Uh,
You see it on the right there.
well, I don't. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't recognize that at all. This is a side piece. You got a spider with a chick inside of it.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It looks cool.
Yeah, it does look cool, right? Yeah, looks pretty cool. So, Apex, is that the one you're talking about? Let's see, everybody says hi, Sheldon. Hello, K-pop. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about, Apex. Now there's another one that's like a bop game, like you bop it. There's the skip, but this looks modern. This doesn't look like an old arcade classic
Mm.
game. Okay, let's see. He says, "Yes, I think that's the game." Wow, I've never ever seen that game ever in my life, Apex. It must have been really limited, and I don't know. I don't think it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. It's part of the Mandela effect, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the typical ones that I remember. The ones here on the left. You got Centipede, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong,
Hmm.
Galaga, Cubert, uh, Frogger, Tetris. Now this burger or the P with the burgers, I don't remember that one at all. Joust, uh, Taito, I don't remember that one at all either. Um,
Earthworm Jim. That was
which one? Gem?
Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim? That's Earthworm Jim. I don't remember that one at all either.
Mm-hmm. That one's fun.
Okay, so here's Galaga here. Here's Centipede. The one next to Galaga on the right, that weird vertical one. What is the name of that game? Do you remember that game? Is that Galaxia? Galaxia? Or what was
Galaxia. Uh,
Galaxia? That's the one that has
can't-
the knob that you spin, and you spin in a circle like this, and it's all polygons.
oh, oh yeah. Well, there was one that was called Meteor or Defender.
Yeah, Meteor. Yeah. That was part two of this game that I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that was
Oh,
the second one. Yeah, I think. Anyways, classic video games. I do like classic video games.
yeah. Well, now you can play them on PlayStation console, like every single game. Or
Oh yeah,
they got a lot
hmm
of consoles out there that you can play every game that ever existed.
yeah,
All those fun games through the 80s and 90s.
yeah. So here's Centipede, and in the center there's a ball, and then the shoot button. Right, Centipede, or did it have a
Yeah.
controller?
Yeah.
Well, here's one with a controller. Could have swore there's one that has a ball that you'd
Yeah.
spin.
Golf or pool and games like that had a ball.
Oh yeah,
Like the golfing games, or
yeah. Oh
pool.
yeah, because you would
Those
spin
had a
them forward, right?
roller.
You'd shoot them like that, like to
Huh?
shoot the ball. You shoot
Yeah.
them forward.
Yeah. They used the ball.
Let's see. K-pop says, if anyone would know, it's the Hag. If anyone would know it, who's the Hag? Burger Time is the shit. Oh, that's the name of that one game, Burger Time. I think I heard of it, but I'd never seen it. Like people would talk about it, I'd be like, Burger Time, that sounds fun, and I'd never got to see it.
Wow.
Yeah. And see, Sheldon says, I remember Earthworm Jim in the Sega Genesis. Yeah, I remember Earthworm Jim like a little later, but I didn't know it was an arcade. Let's see, we got about I don't know, a little over about 30 minutes because I got to cut out a little bit early because Don's doing his gay show now on Thursdays, and yeah, I told him I wasn't gonna show up anymore. That way he can just do the show by himself.
Yeah, I like the work that you're doing though. That's the drawing's coming out badass.
This oh thank you man.
Yeah, Sedusa. I mean that's a wicked bitch right there. The
Yeah,
name
it's a cool name,
name
right?
is great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a cool
yeah. I
name.
mean, and she's a snake and she's a seducer. I mean that's pretty
Yeah, it's
cool.
bad. It's pretty badass. Yeah, way
Mhm.
to go. Subscribe. Draw Zombie. Badass fucking name. I have to admit.
I
Yeah, when I read it on
wouldn't
this
want to
website,
run into her. That's for sure.
shit, that's a good fucking name. I wish I'd come up with it.
Seducer, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I always think of when I read a badass character, and I'm like, fuck, that's a good one.
Uh, and snakes are kind of seducing, like they're seductresses, and so she
Yeah.
could have like hypnotizing abilities and fucking seduce the hell out of you, and then inject you with venom, and then devour you
Oh God.
slowly.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, that's wicked, and that's evil, and that's what.
And like
Or
you're
she
still
turns you to
alive inside
stone,
of her, Mike. You're still
huh?
alive inside of her as she slowly digests you over a year. You don't
That
die for
big,
like six
like this, just
months.
mean as fuck. Why would you do that to me?
You know, that's exactly like a woman. She kills you little by little each year.
Well, that's what snakes do, though. They take a long time to digest, and
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
meantime, the animal. I don't know when the animals asphyxiate. Oftentimes, it's at the beginning, but they literally get squeezed to death. Their lungs collapse, depending on the size, going through
Right,
that snake. The tunnels.
right.
I've seen actual video footage of some kind of mouse being swallowed and crushed and eaten by a snake all the
Hmm.
way into the belly. They had or some kind of microscope set up inside of the snake to watch it as
Hmm.
the rat's coming in through the snake's belly or the canal, and as its muscles are squishing it to death.
Right.
Freaking crazy how the universe works.
Isn't the don't spiders do something similar? So they wrap them in the webs and they slowly eat on them over a period of time until they're just like a husk.
Yeah,
Because they usually
exactly.
they
Yeah, that's
inject
what.
something into them and then they suck it out, right? And then
Yeah, and this
they
is
let the
what he's
acid.
he's he's like sitting on a whole fucking uh shitload of these carcasses, and they're
Uh
hanging
huh.
around him in this environment that he has wants on. And he's
Yeah.
mad at the spider that's in him because the spider in them, because there's so many of them, they
Hmm.
constantly need sustenance, like something to give them to feed them essentially, and they
Right.
crave not only not knowledge that they process now, like
Oh
all these
yeah, yeah.
billions of
Uh
spiders
huh.
just doing it, and they secrete these webs, and they're all connected to the web, like entanglement, like actual quantum entanglement. But the
Yeah.
spiders do it automatically, and they transfer information, and anything they absorb is just it breaks down all the way to not just the cellular level, but down to the quantum level. And
Hmm.
in essence, beings like this spider thing,
Yeah.
uh, in other cultures, they're like called soul eaters, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
and that's how he is in this. And there's a human in him, the scientist that ran into him in the first place.
Yeah.
John Blackwell,
Yeah.
and essentially in the other story, it gets to a point where John is constantly a threat of arachnids just devouring him and into nothingness, right?
Yeah.
And then
And
if they
driving
get,
him insane, isn't he? Like the arachnus entities driving John the human insane,
I
basically.
guess, yeah, it's two wheels. I don't know, and it's like John trying to raise a baby that's a spider that
Hmm.
starts off like an infant when it comes to words, but not when it comes to processing information. In its past, the spider in their environment, whatever food they like ate, whatever, right?
Hmm.
All it was
Devour.
just devour, they were able to process it and understand the animal, know everything about the animal, know the animal's past and future, but didn't know how to articulate it because they didn't have the words that would help them
Mm.
articulate. They didn't have a language. All they
Yeah.
had was an instinct, and like a computer, they just did what it did, and it did it well. And it
Hmm.
and these spiders were able to break down this information and spread the information that they broke down instantly, faster than the speed of light. Instant information, instant knowledge, all the way. Every spider that's there, and these spiders work. They build and they make other spiders out of their own spider nets and their webs. So they grow. There's all kinds of different sizes in John. They're all crawling around John, and it, and that's his misery. But he needs this power that Arachnus provides to you know fix what he broken. When he opened up a portal, he invited this evil darkness into the world. I call them the Storm Legion, Cryptus. So they come into the earth now because of the portal that John opened up, the device that he created that can open up portals. And so, and that's what the zero issue talks about. Uh, Probably not that good, but essentially, you know, they find out about the humans opening up a door into their world, and they want that door to stay open because Cryptus, who has this army of darkness called the Storm Legion, and it's crazy, but his Storm Legion are made up of beings like him that I call it. They're necrogens. They're like the jinn, but in a dead way. They're just demonic and they're ghostly in their appearance. That's what I want for them to look like now. But back then, I was trying to just come up with a design, and they ended up looking like future warriors, 90s
Mm-hmm.
characters with the armor and the cybernetics. But I wanted to give them a dragon-like, draconian sort of uh, ancient Arabic, Hebrew, about the first creation of God and how He created the jinn and using smokeless fire. And I wanted to adapt those kind of ideas to create a a being that, in my mind, like looks like the Melbolgia from Lord of the Rings, but like a dragon, not necessarily a demon, but a dragon like that. And the silhouette looks demonic, but you know it's recognizable as being uh, um, lizard-like. The jinn, the necrogen, and I wanted them to be almost spirits in this dark dimension, and they would look like they were on fire all the time. But give them like I like medieval, I like fantasy armor, I like that kind of shit, and I like mixing like science fiction and with the fantasy. So I like creating armor that looks medieval, but it's kind of got some tech to it. Except that I want to call the tech nothing like machine made, but magically made, like tech that's derived by magic in this universe. And
Yeah.
Cryptus in itself, he's a sorcerer, and he's making deals with demons, and one of them was Astaroth, and he summons Astaroth, and he's in cohorts with Astaroth in building a Storm Legion, and humans was a new possibility for new recruits that would house all these demons that Astaroth had available. He had countless demons. All they needed were hosts to inhabit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what Cryptus was doing, was creating hosts for these demons that he was getting from Astaroth to empower his army.
Yeah.
And the army it was a giant army, and I wanted it to be a scourge upon the
Yeah.
world. And I didn't tell that story right. That's why. But I introduced characters like the Comorians. There's a battle in the fourth issue, in this other dimension. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to tell that story. I just don't know if it told that way. Uh,
Yeah.
when I look back on it, it's hard for me to. I see it already, so I already know that it's not done. It's not good. It doesn't tell right. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. You know, if it matters to anybody about that, but it's just how I feel.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do, is just do that to set my mind straight, because it matters to me, I guess, and I just want to make sure I, leave it out there the right way.
Right. Real quick, we got a question here, or a comment. Apex says, "Arachnids versus the Amazing Spider-Man. Have you ever drawn that before?" Is my
Yeah,
question to you. And does Arachnids beat the shit out of
yeah. I
Spider-Man?
have a picture of Arachnus in his web, looking wicked, and in his
Hmm.
hand he's got Peter Parker's Spider-Man mask, and Peter Parker is in the web behind him, already shelled up and decrepit.
Oh wow, you drew that! Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's gotta be
Uh,
wicked. And then
yeah.
we have a question after that. Sheldon Martin says, "Does Arachnus ever get in danger of John taking him over?"
No, no, not at all. There's nothing about a human being's body that I don't know. Maybe if John was a higher being like Lucy, he could probably control every single bit of her entire body. But John,
Hold on a second, Mike. You're coming in really broken up, and I don't know if it's me, just me hearing you, or if it's your side. So, say something now. Yeah, I don't hear you at all now. Internet, you guys hear him? Can you all hear him? He was breaking up real bad for me, so I don't know if you guys were able to hear him or not. Let me know, Internet. Were you able to hear Michael before he, his audio cut out, or is it me? Is my connection bad? Let's see. It's not just you. Okay. Yeah, we're losing Mike. Okay. Thank you, guys. So, Mike, come back. If you got to hop out and come back, let me know. That's fine. Oh, yeah, we're losing your audio. And I don't know if he can even see me. I don't know if he froze. Oh, there he goes. Probably gonna come back in here in just a bit. Yeah, yeah. Mike's audio is garbled. Yeah, it was breaking up real bad. Hope everything is all right. Well, he's on his phone or iPad. I can't remember Apex. I don't think he uses a computer. I think it's a phone, and he has an iPad separately. Oh, let me see. Maybe his internet went down. And he messaged me. Hold on one second, guys. No, I don't see anything from him. Let's see if he comes back. Jerry says, "Whoa, that sounds crazy." What sounds crazy? Oh, he said his phone died. Let's see if this is him. He plugged it back in. Welcome
yeah,
back to
my
the show.
bad. My bad. I wasn't paying attention at all. My phone
Yeah,
just boom.
no problem. Appreciate you coming back. Everybody's like, "Where's Michael? What happened?"
Yeah.
You were just talking and talking, and it just started going.
Yeah. Damn it. But
But we had another question that Sheldon wanted to follow up with on the first question he asked. So, does Arachnus ever get in danger of John taking him over? And you said no, right?
right. Yeah.
Okay.
I just John's not at that level of being able to control his, like every essence of his body. Arachnus gets that control relatively quickly in their relationship, and Arachnus is able to process information much faster than John is able to think, which is like
Mm, yeah,
becomes
that makes
dangerous.
sense.
And and so and then Arachnus is in constant need of and is more hungrier for that knowledge or that information that they get from a human being.
Consuming, yeah.
and being in essence, it became aware of itself because of consciousness in the human being and our ability, I guess, to adapt to the information that we see and how we process it through light. Spiders do it through vibration, and essentially, it's the same thing. You know, light is vibration, but that's how a spider, exists in their universe, same as us. But they're just their whole design is based on vibration, like including the web that they, you know, feed with, and how they determine, prey in the area by their hairs that can feel vibration in the wind.
Right. And
Crazy
then
shit.
Sheldon followed up with a question here that says that necrogen and juice. You were talking about the gin.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's funny. Nitrogen and juice.
Hmm.
It's a good song.
Yeah. Carrie says, I hope he comes back. I want to see his character with Spider Man. Well, yeah. Do you still have that
Uh,
picture of Arachnus eating Spider Man?
no,
No.
no, no. It was fun to draw. I might do something more just for fun. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
anything I would sell, but I would I would like give it away like a comic book story of Arachnus, going up against another character, and
Yeah.
like a free comic, but just to
Hmm.
do it for fun would be fun to do, and I
Yeah.
would have a good time just having Arachnus destroy every single character that's out, right? Just I don't know, one way or
Yeah.
another. It'd be fun to just I don't know, it'd be fun as fuck. Like put them up against Spawn and see how that would work out, and or
Yeah.
Spider Man even, like
Did you
see
ever
Spider.
in your wild like imaginings ever think that maybe you could do a Arachnus Spider Man crossover, but like they'd be friends?
No, I don't know. I'll
Never.
tell you this. So
Uh
Arachnus
huh.
had his spider legs back in the '90s, and that's way before Spider Man had his spider legs.
Right. Right. Yeah. 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 Coming out of
Yeah.
his back too. Isn't that funny how they come out of his back, right? Like,
Right. I
and
mean,
Eric Larson's like, I don't know how to draw those, and like, Joe Quesada does the golden Iron Spider, and they're all coming out of his back,
you know, I don't
and
think.
they're.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I've seen those, and they're good. They look cool.
Hmm.
But when they made the movie and you saw Spider Man's legs animated,
Hmm.
that was badass. I mean, they did
Oh
it
yeah,
good.
yeah. Hmm.
So that inspires me. Like in the future, I'd like to see live action Arachnus because I know that those legs on his back would look
Oh,
good.
dude,
You can make him look
dude.
the same. He would look wicked.
If you ever did a Arachnus movie, it would be like a horror action movie, cause just the way, and from what I remember in the comics, it has a lot of horror elements.
That's what I'm thinking. Well,
Right? It's
that's
like a
what I
horror
like.
action.
Or it's yeah, because it's dark. I wanted it to be at the
Yeah.
beginning. It was, because I kind of tell it through John's way,
Hmm.
perspective. I mean, and he's
Yeah.
miserable. He's fucking miserable son of a bitch. He's got spiders
Dude.
all over him. He hates it.
And can
And,
you
and to
imagine
him, it's
being a
like
human
punishment.
being? Can you
Huh?
imagine, Mike, being a human being and there's always spiders crawling all over you? Like, I don't dislike bugs, and they don't scare me or nothing. But
Mhm.
having spiders crawl over you, and even if you could brush them off and then they just come back upon you, that's got to be so
Mhm.
obnoxious. Something touching your skin all the fucking time, and
Yeah.
you probably couldn't
That's
ignore it. That'd be
I. You
super
know,
annoying.
and, and at the beginning, these spiders were trying to figure out how to communicate with him, like processing information to get the language. And
Mhm.
it starts off in his head, and it starts off as buzzing and clicking and some weird shit, you
Mhm.
know. Uh,
Mhm. Yeah,
and
that's
then
crazy. Sheldon says
yeah,
real
and
quick,
then he
probably
starts speaking, but
Mike's
he speaks like a baby, huh?
real quick. Sheldon says probably Mike's story of Arachnus lure sounds crazy, in a good way, of course. Apex says Arachnus is tying up Peter Parker in a cocoon. I'd love to see it. Sheldon says, also, I think a lot of people care about the Arachnus story. Can really tell when you read the letters at the end of the comics. That's a spider's web is their network. Yes,
Hmm.
basically. Owen
Yeah,
says, imagine if he merged with Spidey. Oh God, he eats Spider Man, and then he has all his knowledge too, right?
yeah, I know.
Let's see.
Think of the
Arachnus would make
possibilities.
Spawn movie look like an episode of Friends. Probably, I agree with that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there'd be
Now
some
I
wicked
can't
friends.
remember. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just commenting, it'd be some wicked friends to make it.
Right. Now
Yeah,
I don't
Spawn one of your
remember.
friends. That's got to be wicked. Spawn and arachnids, friends, they're
That would be
neighbors.
pretty dope. That would be pretty dope for sure.
Mhm.
Now I don't remember seeing it in the comics or thinking about it. Does Arachnus shoot webs? And if he does, from where? Because
No,
I don't remember shooting webs.
no, it is the webs. It's the webs that the spider, uh, like it comes out of his wrist, and he uses them to, like I didn't really depict him a lot because I didn't want to copy Spider Man.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
him to do his own thing, and the webs come out like sharp ended, like barbs, and
Oh,
then he
that's
uses them
right.
to wrap
Yeah,
people or
yeah. I
catch
remember.
people or it shoots it through people.
Right.
Um,
Yes. Yes, I remember now. Yeah. And
and
you
that
did your
web,
own
that
version of it.
web
Yes.
is
So.
what is it's on his skin. It covers his entire body
Hmm.
and the legs. The spider legs under it, and
Hmm.
the spider legs under the armor isn't mechanical. They're like a billion little spiders, but it looks organic. Everything's all the fur is there, all the skin, the texture of the skin is the webbing, is the secretion of the webs and all the spiders in it, and it
Hmm.
constantly moves and shifts. And basically, it's like since the spiders all think alike and think at the same time, and they're connected with the one thing that to want to do is protect the host, protect John, so and then they enhance everything that John needs to be effective in combat or in hunting prey. And the spider's always thinking about prey and hunting it, and it learns everything about its prey, like every single little detail, and it becomes literally. The alpha or the what do they call that top prey guy?
Yeah, the alpha. Yeah, alpha and omega.
No, yeah, it was another word, but
Apex predator.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that one.
that's arachnid. He's the apex predator because just the way the way he's made up. A lot like you can compare him like Venom too, like the sentient, how they're made up
Hmm.
of a bunch of tiny little microscopic particles, but
Yeah.
these are little spiders. When you look at them under an electron microscope, all you see it's like a forgot what it's called.
Based on some of the things you've talked about, I would imagine this scientist, he's this brilliant guy, right? And these
Yeah,
spiders, they learn all this stuff from him, from eating him
yeah,
and being a part of him and
yeah,
devouring him. He must be going insane. Like he's going crazy because he's a smart guy, but he cannot comprehend what's happening to him. Or like he comprehends it, but it's all terrible, and and he can't
yeah.
his he's
Well,
constantly
yeah, he's
hungry
definitely
too,
not
thinking
perfect.
like the spiders. He's constantly having to bend his will to the spiders. Like his
Hmm.
whole independence is gone. He must be going nuts,
Yeah, well, it
overwhelmed.
creeps up. Yeah, it creeps up on him like that. It doesn't hit him all at once. It just
Hmm.
becomes because at the beginning, he's drunk with this power and this ability that he has. Because I want to, I don't know if I described it any good, but I wrote it out like him not being able to see the legs move as fast as they're moving, for him getting around. So in his perspective, it feels like he's flying through trees as he's coming upon something that he knows he's hunting, but he's not
Mhm.
really. He's in connection with the spider, and he can feel what the spider's feeling, or think what the spider's thinking by what the spider lets John know what he's thinking. It's like some
God,
kind
that
of
sounds so frustrating.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, and then after Atkins learns about like certain reactions that John would have, like a disgust in eating humans, like he can feel it or experience it as the
Mhm.
spider's eating. John's like conscious and aware, and he's
Mhm.
complaining about it to the spider, and
Yeah.
so the spider, it's intellectual. It understands that pumping John's consciousness with DMT puts him in a different state where
Oh
he's
shit.
not even
Oh
there
shit.
anymore.
Oh
And
shit.
while the
Wow.
spider eats, he's off in La La Land, and
That's fucking crazy.
it pisses
DMT.
him off.
I'm
He comes back
sure.
and he's like, "Oh, he knows what's happening." The spider does it because the spider wants to have its way and wants control all the time,
Yeah.
and so it becomes a dangerous game. And and in the meantime, they have, I think they have profound and meaningful arguments in trying to cross this giant divide of communication and understanding. There's completely two different beings
Yeah.
in their
Yeah.
own different universes. And and it's like now, so John's, I mean, he's scared out of his mind, to be honest with you, because he's in a bad
Sure.
predicament. And I
Right.
and that's the whole I named that story, um Pray for the Beast, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's about John being constantly, his face is in the mouth of the spider, right? That's how I
Yeah.
designed him in the
Yeah.
his face his head is in the mouth of the spider. So
Mhm.
he's constantly in, right there at in the, all
Literally
the
in
information in the mouth.
the yeah, in
He's
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 literally
prey for the
in
beast.
the right, like
Yeah,
literally in the beast and
yeah, he's in
its
its
food
mouth.
source.
It's
Yeah,
ready to
yeah.
devour him at any minute. But
Right. He's
he has to find other prey to satisfy the beast. And it's like almost like, you ever seen Little Shop of Horrors where Seymour had to feed this plant that
yeah, yeah,
became
yeah. Feed
delicious,
me, Seymour.
wanted to
Yeah.
eat his family. Well, that's why I thought of arachnids in the first place, because I was a big fan of Elric. I don't know if you know
Uh-huh.
Elric Belnimity, but
I'm familiar with it, yeah.
yeah, it was a badass story I read when I was in high school, and it was about this guy named Elric who had sword, a black sword called Stormbringer, and Stormbringer, in the dimension that Elric existed in, Stormbringer was a sword, but in a parallel dimension, Stormbringer was a demon, like a demonic thing.
Yeah.
In Elric's dimension, it was a sword, and that sword was a soul eater. Whatever he killed would take the soul, and that
Mhm.
sword had a mind of its own and control and was wicked. But
Mhm.
Elric, because he was frail all the time, whenever he held that sword, Stormbringer made him powerful, like strong, you
Mhm.
know? And he would get stronger when Stormbringer ate souls, like on a battlefield. He would just, and then Elric would become, super strong from it. So it was like a drug for him, and he couldn't let Stormbringer go.
Yeah,
And then
DMT
Stormbringer,
baby. DMT. Fuck. That's badass, dude. Yeah, I'm just gonna pump this fucker full of DMT while I eat this human being here. You know,
and
cannibalism. That's dope. That's a really good way of kind of because he's got to be disgusted, right? I mean, John's totally like out of it. Like he's like, so it's got to be like it actually affects the spider a little bit, like because I got to eat and it's good eating people,
yeah,
and John's totally disgusted by it. So,
yeah.
but the fact that you named the character or the character's name is John, I think John Apple attaches himself to more of your arachnus and wants to be the John Doctor character in your comic, literally. And let me work on it because it's me. Yeah, he's like, my name's John too. Yeah, John's awesome though. John Apple, I mean, he's awesome too.
yeah, he is. Good
But
guy.
also the other driving force for him is the wife, right? Like that's the other thing, right? That's the only
Yeah,
thing he can kind of
yeah.
get
Well,
Arachnus to manipulate
that's
to
where
do something about it.
while he was in his DMT episodes, he
Uh
was living out this world where he was with his wife, and it
yeah.
always ends right before he wakes up that his wife becomes his fucking demon and starts tearing at him. So
Uh
it
huh.
starts off, I don't know, it starts off kind of different. In the third book, I put him. He was in the dark, and he was calling out to her, and and he had just gotten, uh, he was fucked up in reality. So
Mhm.
he's somewhere else. But he wakes up and he's in the dark, and then Serena shows up, and he's happy to see her, and he hugs her, and then she becomes a fucking bitch and bitch slaps him, and then he wakes up.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. Anyway, I had more ideas to like really make it a horror story.
Yeah.
Another time he wakes up and he's got his stomach is open and he's got holes all on it, and there's
Oh shit.
thousands of spiders coming out of his belly.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like weird dream
Yeah.
sequence. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds badass. Let's see. Before we go, we're gonna get out of here, folks, so we could go over to John's. We got 10 minutes. I'll play the outro, and we'll. I don't know. You're gonna jump over there, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So
Just
we'll be
send
over
me
there
things.
continuing this. I'll
Cool.
work on something else, and this one I gotta scan it and send it to. I'll send it to you. Draw zombie, and I'm gonna color it. So I'm gonna Copic color it, and I'll send you
Cool.
the colors too.
That looks great, man. Good job.
It's a fun piece. I ain't no pro, but I have fun drawing all these fan art pieces and getting awareness out there, and it's just fun stuff to do. Let's
Well,
see, to a lot of people, yeah, we read that already. Spiders and the webs. Spidey, imagine a Spidey merge. So we read that one. Make spawn. Wicked friends. Let's see. Spiders shoot webs from his ass. Yeah. Apex says, "Talk, pray, love. Eat, pray, love." All right, Apex. Later. Good night. All right, guys. We'll see you over there. We're going to the studio. Let me find the link and I'll drop it into the chat real quick before we go, so you guys know exactly where we're going. Make sure you tell Don it's a good glitch glazing, and the reason anybody actually watches is because me and Michael are there. Just kidding. Don't say that part. Uh,
All right. Well, I'll see you over there. Have a
all
good
right,
night.
buddy. You too. We'll see you in a bit. Thanks for coming by, Mike. Let's see. I got the link here. Here's the link. Copy. And we'll drop it in the chatto. The chatto. Here's the link to the studio. Go check it out. We'll be over there. And let's get out of here. We got 14 beautiful souls watching. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out and watching. I know it was all Michael Ortiz. That's what everybody came for, the Michael Ortiz show. It's a pleasure having him on, and it's really awesome being able to call upon him as a buddy, a pal, and he's a really good guy. All right, folks, we're going to get out of here. Let me hit the outro. And again, thanks for watching. Go check us out over on the studio here in about 10 minutes. I'll be over there in about maybe 15, 20. But what am I doing here? Look at this. All right, bye, guys. Take care. Enjoy the outro or jump over there to the studio. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Bye. Have a good one. Take care. And how do I get myself out of here? There we go. Do this.
We gon' make our country great again, 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 great again. We gon' make our country great again, make our country great again.
With a record of 2 impeachments and no convictions, weighing in at a sturdy 215 pounds from the streets of Queens, New York, the two-time leader and defender of the free world, the Teflon Don, Donald
Chelsea, Elon, RFK, bench, we squared up. Democrats played dirty, but we got the dub. It's been a long campaign, from Queens to Tampa Bay, but I praise God that He let me live to see this precious day. From Israel to Iran, and Russia to Ukraine, Joe made us a joke, they don't see us the same. How close we've come to World War III is insane, but now I'm back, I'm about to put some more respect on our name. The deep state run out of time, now they're terrified. They couldn't get a case of stick, but Lord knows that they tried. Bulletproof from built to thrive, that's just my vibe. 2 attempts of my life, yet I'm still alive. Now I'm walking around with balls bigger than the Nephilim, protected by the king that was born back in Bethlehem. The leader of the free world, I'm fighting for my citizens. With God as my witness, we gon' make this country great again. We gon' make our country great again. Make our country great again. Make our country, make our country, make our country great again. We gon' make our country great again. Make our country great again. Make our country, make our country, make our country great again. We locking in and set to spin the block on all my foes again. Have mercy, Lord, on many men, cause my patience is wearing thin. My Avengers assembling. We got the deep state trembling, cause now they know we stepping in to make our country great again. You know what it is, the Teflon Don, just do what I do. I hope that everyone's good, I hope everyone's excited. We're about to do some great things, some great, great things. My new album, Get a Lake to the Die Trying, coming out 2026. Get ready, it's gonna be the greatest album of all time. All the hits, all the classics, no Taylor Swift. So make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss it. Okay, now have a great day.